HQN Books and HarlequinAudio present All is Bright by RaeAnne Thayne. Performed by Carly Robbins. For all my readers who have been asking me to write Sage McKnight's story since I introduced her more than a decade ago, thank you to Jill Shalvis, Michelle Major, and Molly O'Keefe for your invaluable help. Love you all. Also, special thanks to reader Allie Hurd for suggesting a name for the Fire and Ice Festival. 1. Sage. Sage McKnight inhaled a breath that smelled of pine, snow, and home as she walked up the new curving sidewalk of sculpted concrete that led toward the front door of a massive log and glass structure in Silver Strike Canyon. She had been away far too long. Her home base in the Bay Area, a small loft near the California offices of her father's architectural firm, of Lang and Associates, was an easy flight to her hometown of Hope's Crossing, Colorado. Under normal circumstances, she should have been able to come back often, but she had spent most of the past year overseeing a pair of major commercial projects overseas, while keeping tabs on the progress at Wolf Ridge through the occasional visit and reports from her father. This season was a gift, one she fully intended to savor. Somehow, almost miraculously, both commercial buildings had finished ahead of schedule, and the rest of her commitments had eased enough to allow her to spend the entire month of December staying with her family. On the flight in, she had been shocked to realize this would be the longest span of time she had spent in Hope's Crossing since her sophomore year of college, when she had temporarily put her schooling on hold to deal with more urgent matters. She drew in another deep breath, as if the mountain air could scrub both her mind and her lungs clean from the residual particulates of urban living. This wasn't wholly a vacation. She would be working on several other designs virtually, as well as being available nearby while crews put the finishing touches to this gorgeous house in front of her, on a forested hillside a mile from the Silver Strike ski resort. Sage considered Wolf Ridge her crowning achievement, the project she had poured her heart and soul into over the past 9 months. No vehicles, except her rental, were out front, but she had spoken with Sam Delgado, the contractor handling the construction end of what had turned into a complete overhaul. He told her he wouldn't be on site, but had given her the access code so she could walk through and check the progress. Anticipation swirled through her like the light snowflakes that brushed her cheeks. She had kept up with the progress of the job virtually, and with pictures from Sam and her father, but that wasn't the same as actually having her boots on the ground. Sage punched in the code and pushed open the door, nerves jumping inside her. She always loved this sense of discovery when she walked onto a job site she hadn't visited in a few months. That thrill that still washed over her at seeing an abstract vision she designed months ago taking shape, becoming reality. She had just pushed open the door when her father's SUV pulled up behind her rental car. A moment later, her dad climbed out and walked toward her, smiling broadly. With anyone else, she might have felt a little resentment that she wouldn't have the chance to see the progress of her passion project on her own. But her father was Jackson freaking Lang, one of the world's preeminent architects. She still sometimes couldn't quite believe it, even after 10 years of having him in her life. She had spent her first 19 years without a father of her own, though she had gained a loving stepfather when
Sample complete. Ready to continue?